Hello and welcome back, friends. If you're new around here, I'm Big Gator. If you came looking for the sharpest tennis bets, you're right where you belong. Right now, we are covering ATP Paris Masters. Yes, we've made it to the first round. So get in the comments. Let me see what you're playing. Keep your eyes peeled for the pinned comment if you want to play along with what I'm playing as well. All right. If you do like the breakdown of these matches, please give the video a like. It goes a super long way. And if you want to support the channel and get my picks as soon as I upload, you can subscribe. It's the fastest way to do so. If you are feeling extra generous, there's a link in my pinned comment if you would like to donate, and as well as a link to my free Discord where I just want to say shout out to my Discord. You guys are the illest. Got a great crew of people in there keeping up bets for every sport if you want to get involved. So make sure you get yourself involved in the free Discord. There's more picks besides tennis if you want to get some more stuff involved. So with that being said, what are we looking like for today? Another final, another dub. 2 victories makes a W for me. So I'm happy. We took Fonseca. We took the narrative that Fonseca was going to win based off of the Foki narrative that he just can't finish a final. We were victorious. Then we took Yannick Sinner. I don't know what took so long, but he won. That's all I'm going to say. Then it wasn't worth minus 900. It was like minus 400 for that win. Put in the comments if you think I'm bugging, but yeah, I don't know. I told you to take that 2-1 though. If you heard me, you took that 2-1. That plus 285. Yeah, so if you took that, hey, good on you. But let's move into the first round of the ATP Paris Masters. But let me just say this. It is the first round, okay? If you are new to my channel, every week that we have a new tournament that we're starting, if this is the first round, you just got to be careful, okay? These are tournaments that happen every week, all year round, except for 1 month. So a lot of these folks literally are tired, and they might not look like it, but they've been going everywhere for weeks, and things catch up to you. Okay, you become tired. So just keep your mental near that idea when you're betting on people in their first time playing in a tournament. Granted, this is a Masters. This is literally the highest level beneath a Grand Slam. So people are here to play, but still you gotta be wary because you don't know who's really able to do so. They might be here to play, but their bodies might not be saying yes to it. So with that being said, we're gonna go into our first match, which is going to be Flavio Cobolli going against Thomas Machac. Holy. And this is going to be what, their third time playing each other this year? We just saw them in Vienna last week. Flavio Cobolli got his get back. He lost 3 times in a row to Machac, and he said, no more, no more. So, the way Machac has been playing recently, you just can't trust him. Retired in the match before against Vacheron in Shanghai, and another Masters. He retired in another Masters, mind you. Now he's going against someone he just lost to. And Flavio Cobolli has had some time to rest. Good 4 days of rest he's going to have. So, same with Machac. He actually had an extra day. So, I don't know. Still can't trust him. He wins some, he loses some. You know, he did well in the Grand Slams. He did decently in the U.S. Open. He got to the 4th round without dropping a set until he got to Taylor Fritz. So, you know, it's hard to really say with Machac. We've just covered these guys' stats recently, but Cobolli is 2-5 on the indoor courts. Machac is 3-2. Cobolli got a 30-something, 36, almost 37% win rate. Machac still has a 67%. So, on the indoor court, even though like it's 3-1 Machac, Cobolli's beating him on the indoor courts at ATP level. So I kind of like the idea of Cobolli winning again, especially after he just lost to Yannick Sinner, where his level had to be super increased. He took Yannick to a tiebreak. So if you can get to a tiebreak with Yannick and lose, I think the next time you play Machac, you might be a little bit sharper than you were before. Actually, maybe, just maybe, you might be a bit sharper. So I would take Cobolli for a set at the very least. It's not worth much. Minus 330. Yeah, I'd leave it alone. Getting either one of these guys on the spread. I don't even know if it goes to a 3-setter. I'd probably take Cobolli first set, maybe. Like, it's minus 120, but taking his money line is the exact same, so you might as well just pick your poison there. I'd go maybe over 12.5 games for Cobolli, just because he's been doing that a lot recently, so. Or at least in this matchup he has done it, so I like that much, but I'll leave it at that. And we can move on to our next match, which is going to be Luciano Darderi going against Arthur Cazaux, who is the wild card here. Interesting. Wild card because he's French, most likely. It's the Paris Masters. Oh no. Oh no. Hey, there we go. So, Cazaux and Darderi. I thought they played each other before, but they just be missing each other, like, just so narrowly. Just like, I feel like they play in the exact same tournaments and just never see each other. Both in Almaty, both in Shanghai. Both U.S. Open, but, both in Cincinnati. Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, so Cazaux was going the Bublik route, and Darderi had his route. Remember during the earlier this season, it was like a mini clay season taking place after the grass season, and Bublik and Darderi were just like double winning back to back, and then like hopped onto the hard courts and started playing just as well. So, dude, Darderi, he's just been playing. I like how he plays. He lost to Nakashima and Mochizuki and Musetti on hard courts. Those are people that he should be losing to. Arthur Cazaux, I feel like he might be able to beat him. They both play really well. Actually, I would kind of lean a little bit more on Cazaux here just because he's in France, but let me see his history when he's been playing in France. Because he's played more indoor court matches, but not by a lot. He's played 40 in total. 1-2 this season, 5-3 last season. Darderi's 0-2 this season, 1-4. I think he's due for one soon, but I don't know if it's going to be in a Masters. Darderi's been showing that he's a very, very lethal 250 level opponent, but once you start going to 500 and 1,000 in them ATP tournaments, man, he started to drop a little bit. He still plays well. He just doesn't. So we have Cazaux, who just came off of winning a challenger back in Asia about 2 weeks ago. So good form, most likely. Did lose to Mochizuki, who also ended up beating Darderi next. So fair play there, but I don't know. I think we could see. Wow, Darderi to win in straights is plus 600. Him to get a set is minus 125. I don't hate it, but I like the. What's the spread at? They don't got a spread for it. Motherfuckers. How dare they? They know. They know good and damn well I'm taking that spread. I'm about to look for it. Swear to God. It's at 3.5. I like the plus 4.5. It's minus 220. Call me crazy. Call me crazy, bro. Call me crazy. Cazaux challenger level good. Darderi is ATP proven this season. So I'm like, if anything, he can keep it close. But honestly, DraftKings is hollering at me to play this man. So I'm sure his price is going to be stupendously nice for today. And I will not stick on this too much longer. I'm going to move on. There's a lot of matches to go through. All right. And next match we have is Daniel Altmaier going against Marcus Giron. And this is going to be their second head-to-head. They played last year in Auckland, back in Australia. Altmaier won in a straight setter. One starting in a tiebreak. Second set ending in 6-2. 5-6 so far on the indoor courts for Altmaier. 2-2 for Giron. But gotta say, when Giron plays on the indoor courts, he do be snapping a bit. Technically, it is his best surface. Technically. Altmaier is kind of in the middle with this one. He's up and down. As you saw, he played against Jannik Sinner, got bageled. Lost to Bailey in Brussels. And then lost to Sinner again back-to-back. So, yeah. Rough time for Altmaier. I like Giron here. Call me crazy. Marcus Giron's been playing really well. I won't take him to win. I ain't going to do that. I can't do it. He's minus 550 to win a set. Never mind. I'm off of it. Minus 188 money line, plus 155 for Altmaier to win, which he very well could in this matchup, and he beat him before. So, but indoor courts, I think Giron has definitely got the better edge here. I just think he does. Better win rate, all that. Okay, what just happened? This is terrible. Why are they doing this to me? Okay, our next match is going to be our boy, Tien, going against Nuno Borges. And this is going to be their first head-to-head. But Tien, we've got to see him on an indoor court this season. He only played about 15 matches last season. But, yeah. I don't know what you guys know. You know I'm about to go crazy. Tien's got a 72% win rate on the indoor courts, going 10-5 last season, going 10-0 back in 2023. Challenge level, obviously. At the ATP level, it's going to be a lot different. But Nuno Borges is 1-2 so far this season. He went 0-4 last season. 6-4, 11-5. Too long ago for it to matter. So, going against lefties recently, he beat Jerry Shang in a 3-setter. Nuno did in Shanghai, remember that? And lost to Ugo back in Den Bosch. But other than that, those are his two most recent matches against lefties. A hardcourt focused lefty, I would really like to think it's fucking Tien that does you in here, bro. We haven't seen him yet, but if there's someone I'm willing to risk my money on, it's fucking Tien. You know this already, though. Give me Tien money line minus 166. Tien's going 33-24 this season, his first ATP year. Borges is 32-31. So 7 more losses than Tien. Also 9 more years on top of Tien. And 11 ranks below Tien as well. So with all of those things being said, I think Tien's good to get at the very least a set, which is minus 430. So might as well play him for the money line. If you were to take some in a situation like Marcus Giron or Leonard Tien, I would go with Leonard Tien here. Okay, it's the same toss up. Haven't seen him on the court yet, or you've seen Marcus Giron already. He's lost some. He's played decent matches, but you haven't seen Tien yet. His record speaks for itself. He gets on the hard courts, indoors, and balls. So let's get it. Won't waste no time on that. Next match we have is going to be Fabian Marozsan going against Arthur Rinderknech. Oh boy. And this is going to be their second head-to-head. They played 2 years ago in Shanghai, and Marozsan won in a very similar score to someone else we just mentioned. 7-2, or 7-6, 6-2. Marozsan in straights. But Rinderknech's been balling, bro. Haven't seen him since the Shanghai final against his cousin. But that was a Masters. So Fabian Marozsan made it to what? The second round. Rinderknech beat Michelsen, Zverev, Lehechka in straights, Felix in straights, Medvedev in 3, and lost to his cousin in 3. But got a set on the finals winner. Marozsan just lost to Medvedev. Who I just say he beat right before he lost to Vacherov? Medvedev. What's the price on Rinderknech, man? Because I think it's about time we start putting some respect on our buddy. And he in France, too. Turn him up. Minus 154. I'd be damned if he loses this match, bro. I'll be so damned if he loses this match, bro. I will be so damned if he loses this match. In Paris, bro. This is the only time to take him. This is what makes sense. Marozsan's 4-4 on the indoor courts. Okay, 2-6 last season with a 55% win rate. And then Rinderknech is 1-2, went 12-8 last season. Okay, he's just getting himself together. Let him get his shit together. Okay, 61% win rate. Still, that's 10% over Marozsan. But the resume of his recent form speaks for itself. Marozsan beat Nakashima and Luca Nardi in straights and Almaty, but couldn't beat Medvedev, lost in straights. This dude got to the finals of a Masters. This guy lost in the second round. What are we doing? We're moving on. For sure. And our next match is going to be Cam Norrie going against Sebastian Baez. And this is going to be their third head-to-head. They haven't played in some time, and they have never played against each other on an indoor court or a hard court at all. They've actually played in the same location year after year in Lyon, France, on the clay. In the quarterfinals in 2023 and 2022. 3 setters each time. It's been some time, but Baez hasn't been playing too. I don't think he's been playing badly. I just think he's getting outplayed, and Cam Norrie is someone that can outplay you as well. So, on this surface, Cam Norrie can outplay you. Literally just from what I'm seeing it, and Cam Norrie's a minus 480 favorite. Oh my gosh, I do think Baez could take a set though. It's plus 106. Oh shit! I think he could. I would go for the over 18.5 games. I'm not mad at it, bro. It's a 19.5 at. I'll be hitting with that one. Ooh, minus 166. Nah, I'm not going to touch this. It's been too long since he's played against a lefty. It's been way too long. Since Wimbledon, where he retired. Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to touch it. I don't like it. But Cam Norrie's going to win, for sure. And if he doesn't, Whoa. Whoa. Weird first round vibes. Do we feel that already? Let's see. Nah, I don't, bro. I don't get the vibe from this one. But I could be wrong. My vibe could be off. It could... something's coming to me now. Could it be... The French folks been balling this season? Is this where we start seeing the debauchery? Is this where we start to see it all fall apart here? Is this where we see it fall apart here? We saw some people fall apart last season in France that were from France. What do y'all think? Put in the comments. Did we see them turn up? I think the French can turn up. I think the French will turn up, bro. But we'll talk more about that at the end of the video. Norrie wins, I think. But our next match is going to be Mr. Jacob Fearnley going against Andrei Rublev. In an outstanding first head-to-head. And we've been seeing some sparkles of form from Mr. Fearnley. Taking that set off of Zverev back in Vienna. Qualied himself into this one. Beating Arnaldi and Hoffman in straights. Showing he's here to play. Didn't drop a set in Vienna until he ran into Zverev, which he got a set. So, not too sure if Rublev is ready for that. I can smell an upset somewhere. And I think it might be a Rublev soup. Think it might be a Rublev soup, bro. Fearnley for a set is minus 200. I like it. 2-1 Rublev plus 250. 2-1 Fearnley plus 350. I think Fearnley can beat him in a 3-setter. I think if he can get to a 3-set, third set tiebreak with Zverev, I think he can beat Rublev, bro. He's plus 140. He's not that big of an underdog either. First round. You know Rublev, he's on a stinker too. 5-match losing streak. Since the U.S. Open, Rublev has not been able to get himself a win. Does Fearnley make it even worse? Rublev needs these points, bro. He needs these points if he wants to see himself into the final. He has to win this match. The question is, does Jacob Fearnley give a fuck? Rublev is 4-3 so far this season with a 62% win rate on the indoor courts. Fearnley's 9-5 with a 78%, but that was last season where he went 26-5. All those wins were at an M25 level or challenger level. So, beat Manarino last season and Contan Alice. Those are the most notable names out of the ones he had beaten in his run. But yeah, he was on a crazy heater on the indoor court at a low level. But this season, not been playing bad, but I think his form is sharpening up. So I do like him for a set at the very least. Minus 200, why not? Rublev needs to win, though. If he's trying to get into that top 10 for them finals, he's going to have to win these matches. So, if you believe in Rublev, take him next match. Don't take him in this one. Don't take him in this one. Okay, our next match that we're going to get into is going to be Francisco Cerundolo going against Dzumhur. This should be interesting, huh? And this is going to be their second head-to-head. Remember, they played in Bostad on the clay earlier this year in a 3-setter in the quarterfinals. Cerundolo bageled him in the first set. What does Dzumhur do? He made me some money for doing it in qualies today. I ain't going to even lie to you. He gets that second set, man. Second set bandit, bro. Set 2 bandit is back. And guess what he's been doing the entire time he's been in Paris? Set 2 bandit! Set 2 bandit! I saw that he lost in a tiebreak against Kovacevic this morning while I was working. And I was like, ooh, yeah, give me that. Give me that set 2. It was plus 100. I was like, double me up real quick. 45 minutes went by. I was like, notification? Dzumhur has won the second set. I was like, do whatever you need to now, bro. I don't care if you go home. I don't care if you win. But he won, so he's here to do some more. He plays a lot and grinds hard, bro. Cerundolo lost to Bublik in the second round back in Vienna. Dzumhur lost, but he's been playing for the past 2 days, so. Cerundolo's got great form, but he just couldn't do much against Bublik. Dzumhur is going to be someone he can do something against. It took a minute to get through him, but he did get rid of him in 3 sets. Do I think Dzumhur can take a set here? Here, I don't know. Here, I don't know. The price on him to win the second set is plus 148 right now. If you feeling froggy and you want to leap on it, Dzumhur, set 2 winner, plus 148. Okay? But Cerundolo is the favorite at minus 225. Plus 175 for Dzumhur to win. Dzumhur to get a set at any time. Doesn't have to be the first or second. It doesn't have to be the second set, but it usually is. It's minus 175 if you want to just play that safer. But honestly, this may be a. I don't know if he gets a set here. Cerundolo money line is definitely looking nice here, but hey, don't be surprised if this motherfucker wins. His first round, and anything goes. He might have just enough energy just to beat him in this match and then lose in the next one. Because that will make his 9th set. Because he will definitely have to go to a 3-setter to beat this guy, Cerundolo. So, just looking at how they play on the indoor courts. They're both clay players, mind you. So, 3-2 for Cerundolo, 7-2 for Dzumhur. 56% win rate going against a 52% win rate. So actually, if you're really looking at it, Dzumhur plays better on the indoor court. And if you're looking at who he's played recently, his battle testedness is definitely real. Win against Vukic and Ethan Quinn, beat Ethan Quinn in straights in indoor courts. That's pretty impressive. Took a set off Felix Auger-Aliassime as well. Like, Cerundolo couldn't do but what? Beat Michelsen so far on the indoor court. So I actually do like Dzumhur for that second set. I do like that. I do like that. Set 2 bandit! That'll be some like smoke, if anything. So that's I mean, yeah, that's super certified smoke. But anyway, we'll move on. What is this about? It's so goofy. All right, our next match is going to be Mr. Alex Vukic going against Terrence Atmane, Scary Terry Atmane, if you don't know. And things have been a bit scary. They played each other actually once before in Acapulco last year. Atmane won 6-4, 6-3 in qualies, first round. Something I like to see. It was just a year ago, and it was an indoor court. Atmane is minus 110. It's a good price. They don't know what they're doing on FanDuel. Let's see what they got on DraftKings. Minus 105 for that Terrence Atmane, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Vukic is ranked 100. Scary Terry's ranked 68. About a 6-year difference. Don't forget that it's Scary Terry in France, bruh. He's about to go so crazy. And a Masters, too. It's a Masters in France. And he's got main draw. He didn't have to qualify for this shit. You know why? Is he a fucking wild card? Is he a wild card? Bruh. So lit. Indeed he is. Let's check out the stats real quick, folks. So, Vukic is 4-3 on the indoor courts this season with a 60% win rate. Have to look into that. And then Atmane is 1-4 this season with a 39% win rate. Ugh. Lost to Mackenzie McDonald pretty terribly. But something tells me this guy is waiting to do well in this one. I don't know what it is. If you just look at how he's been playing, something just tells me he did really well in Cincinnati. Got to the semifinals. First round in Chengdu. Lost to Dino Priesmich. Gets to the second round of Beijing. Has to go against Yannick again. Loses. 3 sets, though. Took a set off Yannick Sinner. Goes to Shanghai for the Masters. He's like, oh, no, I'm tired. Nah, I've been doing too much traveling. I'm tired. Retires 4-4. Doesn't even go to full set. Either got broken back or it was just even and he was like, nah. Goes to Vienna. Goes to qualies. Loses. And is like, fuck this. Okay, cool. I'm going to just wait it out for a week in France. That's what I think. Bruh. I'd be damned if Terrence Atmane don't win this match. Truly, I'd be damned. Scary Terry got to do it. Vukic is not that big of a threat on a hard court. Yes, it says he's got a 60% win rate, but this is at what? What is this? Columbus 2? What the fuck is that? These are challengers, bro. It's challenger level shit. He made it to the semifinals in Almaty last year, though. That was the closest he's gotten. It's been some time. Scary Terry, come on. Do it for us, bro. Do it for us, bro. And with that, we'll move on. Our next match is going to be Alex Kovacevic going against Miomir Kecmanovic. Oh, these names. And this is going to be their 4th head-to-head. It's 2-1 Kecmanovic, okay? They just played twice this year where Kecmanovic beat him in straight sets in both places on indoor courts or outdoor courts. So both of these fellers haven't been doing too hot on the indoor courts. Outside of the first round win for Kecmanovic against Muller in Stockholm, he's been on a 4-match losing streak. Kovacevic has been playing a bit better, but just in qualies. Most of his wins have been in qualies, but he's had losses in there too. So he lost to Dzumhur, as we just said, but he beat Kyrian Jacquet or Jacques, I don't know. Won in 3 sets there, but it was super close for what that is. So going against Kecmanovic, I kind of put my money on Kecmanovic to beat him again. Just because you're just having too close of matches with people that do not play on hard courts. And Kecmanovic is a hard court player. He's about so-so on the indoor courts with a 49% win rate. He's going 3-4 this season, 6-5 last season, and the season before that. Kovacevic is 16-6 this season because of challengers. And no, I take that back because of Montpellier, but also challengers. He had a lot of wins. What is that? Yeah, he had a finals win in the beginning of the year in Orieras, and then he went to the final against Felix Auger-Aliassime in Montpellier. So he plays well on the indoor courts in France, though. Let's not get it twisted. Whoa. At least last season he was doing pretty well. Haven't seen him there yet, though. This is his first season there? Yep. I think he plays well here, though. Lost the match already, though, so not that trustworthy. I'd stay away from this match, honestly. I would take Kecmanovic to win. And our next match is going to be Alex Michelsen going against Zizou Bergs. And this is going to be their third head-to-head. And Michelsen has beaten him every time. Twice last year. Giving up only a set out of their 2 matches. And that was in a Masters qualification round. Cincinnati. Indoors, though, I think Michelsen might have that edge, boy. Michelsen plays really well indoors, man. Got a 70% win rate. Zizou's got a 62%. He's going 5-2 so far this season. He went 15-9 last season. Hadn't played since Excuse me. His recent loss to Rafael Collion, the other Belgian, which was a little bit wild that you lost to that slightly random player, at least in the mix of things right now. And you lost him at home to him. It was his home too, but that was your match to win, bro. So it has me a bit iffy thinking that you have any chance against Michelsen. In reality, yeah, they're 6 ranks apart right now. Even money for Michelsen. I think that it could be a 3-setter. Honestly, I think both of these guys can take a step from each other at this given point in time. In a Masters, Zizou plays well. Michelsen, not so much. The level is just a little bit too high for him, I think, still. He's getting better, though, bro. Don't get it twisted. I think he's improving fast. But Zizou plays well. He went to the quarterfinals against Djokovic in Shanghai. Three-setter is the only thing I touch here. But I'll move on. Next, we have Lorenzo Sonego going against Sebastian Korda. And these two, man. This is going to be their 6th head-to-head. Haven't played in a year, but something tells me that, well, the weird thing about when they play, it's always straight sets. It's 3-2 Sonego. Both indoor hardcourt wins. Sonego won. Straight sets, as I said before. But the most recent win was in Adelaide last year. Outdoor courts, straight sets, Korda. And on the clay is where you also beat him, Korda, which is back in 2021. Doesn't matter. So, Korda's been climbing rank, getting himself back in the mix. Sonego kind of sits it in the 40s, 50s. Is this a passerby moment? I don't know. 61% win rate for Korda, going 4-3 so far this season. Sonego's 4-4. Has not been playing too bad. In qualies, Korda has gone through some of the most, I would say, daunting of tasks to go through in qualies. Going through Vukic and Valentin Royer in France and beating him in 3-setters in qualies is definitely crazy. I think he's in some good form there. Sonego lost to Foki in straights back in Basel, as we know. Lost to Ugo, who ended up getting to the final in Stockholm, so understandable there. But lost to Hoffman and Zverev and Giron back to back. So, I always think Sonego is good against very specific matchups, but I usually think that he's just good for a set, and that's about it. So I would say that this probably is going to go Korda 3-1. 2-1, I'm sorry. That'd be my guess for it, but I'm not going to play it officially or play on it. A little bit too volatile for the first round for me. Sonego in the first round is like either he's here or he's not. I don't think he's going to be here though, if you're asking me. And with that, we'll move on. Next is going to be a great one. We got Alexei Popyrin going against Alex Bublik. Alexander Bublik. And funny enough, man, it is 3-1 Popyrin. And up until this year, so 2018, 2021, in a Singapore indoor court final. What the fuck? Popyrin beat him. Lost the first set, bageled him, and then went 6-2 in the third. Straight sets in Doha last year on the outdoor courts, right? And then Bublik beat him on the clay, 6-4, 7-6 this year in Madrid, second round. And as far as the form of Bublik right now, way more trustworthy than the form of Popyrin. Lost to Berrettini, understandable. Lost to Korda, understandable. Lost to Sinner, understandable. Went to a 3-setter with Vukic. I forgot who that was, but that was in the U.S. Open. Okay, yeah. Honestly, Popyrin is falling in places where he needs to. He's playing his role into the draw, and I would think he would play his role here. It's been some time since he had to deal with Bublik, and I think he has answers, but I think Bublik has too many other solutions, too many more solutions to his answers that he has for Bublik. So, the Bublik money line is minus 275. It's a great piece, great parlay piece. Taking Bublik first round is always something I don't recommend doing because you really want to see if he's here. Do you expect him to win a Masters? At this point, he's ranked what, 16? So he should be playing for rank. Popyrin's ranked what, 48? So he can try to win a Masters right now. He's got to go through Alcaraz and Sinner, or they got to beat each other before. I don't know. Either or, he's got to go through someone extremely tough, and then a bunch of other people that are pretty tough. So we'll see if that happens. Bublik, I think he likes his chances a bit more than Popyrin does. They both are huge servers, but the Bublik serve is just monstrous indoors. With the win rate of 62% going against Popyrin, who has an even 50%. That's a 12% difference. Enough to take his money line in the first round? Maybe. I won't. I'll be playing it on DraftKings, though, friends. Best believe that. And with that, I'll move on. All right. Next match we have is going to be Alexander Muller going against Brandon Nakashima. And boy, that boy Nakashima about to be getting it in. That's all I can say. This is going to be the third time he's played Muller. And he's beaten him every time. 2-0 Nakashima. In 2021 in straights and a challenger, both in challengers. Last year in Canberra. Hard court back in Australia. And France. But Muller's French. It's been 5 years since he's lost in France to him. And this is a Masters. Whose level is higher? They're 12 ranks apart. Muller is on a 4-match losing streak. Nakashima's hot and cold, hot and cold. But when it comes to Masters recently, lost in the first round against Machac in Shanghai. Lost in the third round against Zverev in straights. But had a bye in the first round and played against Alexander Blocks and lost. Almost lost in the tie break. Lost in the third round in Toronto against Ben Shelton. Third set tie break. Talon Greek Sporter. Back-to-back tie break. He plays a lot of tie breaks. Now that I look at it. I feel like this might be a tie break match. In France? I think so. I think so. They don't have it up yet. They don't have it up yet. Gosh damn it. Oh, wait a minute. Plus 340. Plus 380 in set 2. Oh, man. That's some smoke. Second set tiebreak. Set 2 tiebreak. Set 2 total games over 12.5 is plus 380. Sounds crazy, but I think it could happen. I think it could happen. It's first round, so I'm not going to play that shit, but that's what I think. I think Nakashima wins, but I think that may be how. If you want to go even crazier, I'm talking crazy. You can take Nakashima 7-6, and that's going to be plus 750. Second set, correct score 7-6. Just a thought. It's first round, so I doubt I'm going to be right, but you never know, bro. Some things be adding up in my mind, then they be adding up in real life. So, next we have Giovanni and Mpetshi. Oh my God. We have Giovanni and Mpetshi Perricard going against Grigor Dimitrov. Yes. Dimitrov is back, bro. Or is he? Is he back? Because if he is, I'm geeked, bro. I'm so geeked. He is the true number 3 when in form. Now that I think of it, when he's healthy, remember how he was in Wimbledon, bruh? Bruh, the last match we saw him playing in, he had Yannick in his fucking hands, bruh. He had him. Grigor Dimitrov had Yannick in the right here. Can't believe that still, bro. So if he's healthy, bro, I'm afraid for Gio, bro. I'm afraid for Gio. I can't touch that match whatsoever because you don't know what shape Grigor is in. But if Grigor's healthy, bro, he's fucking winning the match. If he's healthy, bro, you got him fucked up. 63% win rate on the indoor courts. Gio, what is his? 48. Come on now, bro. Grigor went 13-5 last season indoors, bro. You know what he did? Went to the final in Stockholm, lost against Tommy Paul. Semifinals in Rotterdam, lost to Demonar. Was in Marseille, lost in the final to Ugo. But he be making it to the final, bro. He never lose no first round if he's here. He just don't do that. He's yet to do that on an indoor court in years. Literally years, bro. Not since 2022. And he's been sporadic and unhealthy, but Gio, it will be... If he beats Gio, then you know he's good to go for a good few matches. And I think I'm willing to take that bet. I think I am. I know it's crazy. Not in like money line. I think I might play. Actually, maybe money line. I might play him on DraftKings though, just because it's first round. I think it's the wisest thing to do. We've seen Gio play. We haven't seen him play here yet though, but he's French. Okay, so don't forget that they're playing in the French Masters, and Gio is French, and indoor courts is weirdly enough, even though he hasn't been playing that well, that's kind of the best place for him to play. That's his best surface for how he plays. He's got to fall better into it, but that is where he belongs as far as how he plays as of right now. I think Dimitrov wins though, bro. Call me crazy. I think Dimitrov wins. And with that, I will move on to our very last match, which is going to be... actually, before I even get into that, head-to-head history between these two, there is none. This is going to be their first head-to-head. All right? Last but not least is going to be Karen Khachanov going against Ethan Quinn in a first head-to-head. This is going to be good, bro. I think this is going to be a little juicy. I'm terrible with the over, under with the total games. I'm just dog shit with it. So don't even hit me with that, please. I'm bad with it. But I do see it going to be a long match in some type of way. I would take over 12.5 games for Khachanov if he's in shape for this, because if I remember right, he played really well here. Made it to the semifinals last season, yeah. But we thought he was going to do something in Vienna. He didn't do much. We thought he was going to do something in Almaty. He didn't do much. So, it's going to be more of the same. I don't know. Ethan Quinn, 62% win rate on the indoor courts. That's 1.5% better than Khachanov, bro. And Ethan Quinn is 7-4 this season. Khachanov is 0-3. He was able to beat Botic Van de Zandschulp. Ethan was, and Ugo Blanchet. Lost to Damir Dzumhur in qualies, but beat Vukic. Lost to Mark Leal in qualies in Stockholm, but beat Nikola Slavic. And yeah, doesn't get too far here. In my opinion. I would love for Ethan Quinn to cause this upset. Plus 205. I think he could be good for the first set. What you think? Plus 152? He's been sharp. He's been playing more recently. Let's see, when was the last time Griekspoor played? I mean, not Griekspoor. Khachanov played. When he lost to Griekspoor, lost to Struff, lost to Medjedovic, lost to Mpet. All in the indoor courts. Back to back. So, I like the form of Quinn. I do. I like where he's at. But taking him for set one, too much for the first day. I'm not going to lie to you. And that does wrap up everything we have going on for the first half of the first round, I believe. Yes. So, yeah, I'm tired. I gotta make some dinner and eat some stuff. But get in the comments. We'll talk more tomorrow about what we're playing. Hopefully we get some good picks in here. And check the Discord for extra picks, all right? There's going to be a lot of shit going on this week for me. I have a very busy week. And it's Halloween, so spooky things will be happening and have been happening, if you've noticed. But the draw. We got Alcaraz, we got Sinner. We got Dimitrov here, if he's healthy. What's going to happen here? After this is the last big thing before the finals. So, who's going to cause a major upset? Who's going to cause some super history? The last finals and the Masters, we got a qualifier. Valentin Vacherot. Do we get the same? Is it Scary Terry's time? Or do we get some foreigner like how we got Vacherot to win this one? I don't know. We'll talk more about it tomorrow, okay? I love you all. Be nice, be well, bet wisely. And definitely be smooth.